Fine.
Good.
How are you?
Oh, me? I'm fine too. Thank you for asking. Emma. And how are things at work?
They're good, thanks.
Tell me.
I'm settling in well. My sales figures started average and have been improving. Yes, I think it's going very well, thanks.
Good. And the office?
The office?
The office. You get on with everyone?
I think so.
No problems? No arguments?
No.
Disagreements?
About what?
Anything.
Well, I have disagreed with some views about sales, about our approach.
You have?
Yes, it's part of my job. We all express our opinions, you know.
And then you come to some kind of consensus.
Yes.
And the work continues down that agreed route.
Yes.
You have disagreements with others in the office, but they are resolved amicably.
Amicably, yes.
So you're all friends?
No, I wouldn't call them all friends, but we get on.
I see. Well, that all sounds fine. Emma?
Yes?
I want to remind you of something. This is the contract you signed when you joined the company.
Yeah?
Sorry?
Yes.
Did you read it before you signed it?
Yes.
Good. Have a look at page 3, will you? Paragraph 5.
Okay.
Does it start, no employee, officer or director?
No employee, officer or director, yes.
Can you read it, please? Can you read it out loud, please, so we can discuss it?
Oh. No employee, officer or director of the company shall engage with any other employee, officer or director of the company in any relationship, activity or act which is wholly, predominantly or partly of a nature which could be characterised as sexual or romantic without notifying the company of said relationship, activity or act.
Do you remember that paragraph?
Yes.
You read it?
Yes, I did.
Good. It exists to safeguard against unfair or discriminatory conduct, to ensure against favouritism.
Sorry, I don't understand.
I wanted to draw it to your attention.
Why?
In case you'd forgotten to read it.
What made you think I had?
We all miss parts of contracts sometimes.
So this is just normal practice? You remind everyone?
Oh. Everyone? No.
Well, why me then? Are you implying
something? No.
Are you implying that I'm having a romantic or sexual relationship with someone else in the company?
No. Because you would tell me if you were, wouldn't you?
Yes.
Good.
Sorry. Obviously, I don't understand.
I think you do. You've read it over. Out loud. We both heard you, so that's all right now. It's all very clear, isn't it?
Okay. Yes.
Good. Would you like to take this opportunity to talk to me about anything else?
No.
Good. Well, that's all then. Thank you.
Right. Okay. Thank you.
Emma, come in. Sit down. How are things?
Fine.
Since we last spoke?
Yes.
Good?
Thank you. Good.
Good. And in the office? All still friends?
Getting on with everyone, yes.
Everyone's friends.
As I said before, I think, I wouldn't call them all friends.
What would you call them?
Or colleagues.
Co-workers?
Colleagues.
You merely have a working relationship with them?
Not all of them. Some of them I would call friends, but not all.
You would describe the others as colleagues. They're all either friends or colleagues.
Yes. Or both.
Or both. Yes. Good. That's all as it should be.
Good.
Do you remember what we spoke about before?
Yes.
And have you got anything to tell me now?
What about? About relationships at work?
Just romantic or sexual relationships. Relationships per se are not my concern. I mean, we all have those, don't we?
So, romantic or sexual relationships at work, have I had any? Is that what you want to know?
Yes.
No, I haven't. I would have told you.
I thought it might have slipped your mind.
Why? What are you saying? Are you saying something's going on?
Going on?
Yes.
Something romantic or sexual?
Yes.
No. I'm not saying anything like that. No.
I've got a boyfriend.
That's not my concern.
Well, you're implying I'm up to something with someone at work, and I'm just saying that you don't need to worry because I've already got a boyfriend.
You're wrong, Emma. I'm not saying anything. I'm not implying anything. I'm simply asking if you want to tell me anything.
Well, I don't.
That's fine.
I don't really understand what you've called me in here for.
Just a chat.
All right.
Do you know what we mean by romantic?
Oh, Jesus.
I'm sorry. Are you all right, Emma?
Yes, I'm fine.
Good. Do you know what we mean by romantic?
Yes.
You are aware of our definition?
Your definition?
Yes.
You have a definition of your own?
The company? Yes. Do you want to read it?
Do I need to?
Have you seen it before?
No.
Then maybe you should.
Do you want me to read this out loud too?
Why not?
In using the term romantic, the company defines romantic as the following. Any gesture, indication, communication, brackets, verbal or otherwise, close brackets, appearance, message, understanding or organised meeting or event which is perpetrated with a view to advancing the relationship toward love. Yes?
Is that all clear to you?
Perpetrated?
Yes.
It doesn't sound at all romantic to me.
Well, when you or I use the term romantic, we only mean a general idea, a feeling, a warmth maybe, a vague possibility. But as you know, this use of the word in the contract has legal implications in the event of an incident coming to our attention. So I'm sure you agree that it's best the word is carefully defined.
It's quite a broad definition.
No, it is precise. Perpetrated with a view to advancing a relationship toward love. Very precise.
Could mean anything though.
No. If you were to put your hand on my arm, would that be romantic?
Yes?
No. Because it is obvious and deliberate. It is out of context. You might put your hand on anyone for any number of reasons. That is not definitively romantic. That is not advancing the relationship toward love.
Oh.
But if you were out in the office with everyone else, and I were to ask you if you wanted a coffee from the machine...
Are there other people in the room?
Yes. Lots. Everyone else.
But you just ask me if I want a coffee?
Yes.
I suppose there couldn't really be any other way of reading that, so by your definition that is romantic, yes.
Correct. Is it clear now?
Pretty much.
We could run over it again.
No, it's fine. It's clear. Yes. Thank you.
So bearing all that in mind, is there anything else you wish to tell me?
No.
All right.
Is that it then?
Yes.
Thanks.
Thank you. Emma, come in. Sit down. How are you?
Fine.
Good. Good.
Fine.
Good. And the office? Things are well?
Yes.
Good. You still have your friends and your colleagues?
My friends and my colleagues.
Yes?
My friends and my colleagues, yes. Thank you.
Good. I want to talk to you about Darren Glenister.
Okay.
Do you know Darren?
Yes. He works in my office.
Would you say that by your definition he is a colleague,
Yes.
but not a friend?
Look, I don't want to be rude, but...
Of course.
I don't want to be rude, but I don't have to tell you who my friends are, do I? There's nothing in the contract about that.
No, but I mean, you're quite right, of course. You don't have to tell me. I was just making conversation.
Oh, I see.
That's fine.
What did you want to ask me about Darren?
Do you think you work well with him?
Yes.
You do?
Yes.
Good. And there's nothing you want to tell me? About Darren?
No.
I see. It's just Darren. Darren has come to see me. And he has told me that you went out to dinner.
Has he?
Yes.
Okay.
So, would you like to tell me anything?
No.
Are you sure? Bearing in mind what Darren has said. Bearing in mind what we discussed before.
I don't know why Darren has told you we went out for dinner.
So you're saying you didn't go out to dinner?
No, I'm not saying we didn't go out for dinner. I'm saying I don't know why he told you we went out for dinner.
He said he thought it was romantic.
Did he?
Yes.
Well, I didn't.
I see.
If I thought we had done anything romantic, I would tell you, as we discussed, as in my contract. But as far as I'm concerned, I have never done anything romantic with Darren Glenister.
All right.
I would tell you if anything were to happen.
Yes.
But it hasn't. But don't worry.
Yes. All right. I'll have Darren back in and tell him that you didn't think it was romantic. See what he says. Maybe we can come to some consensus on it.
Thank you. Is that it?
Yes. And Emma?
Yes?
I'd appreciate it if you didn't speak to Darren about this. We don't want to muddy the water.
You don't want me to talk to him?
Not about any of this, no. I think that's best, to keep it clear at this stage, until it's all sorted out.
All right.
Good.
So you're going to talk to him today?
Possibly. That's all. Thank you. Emma, come in. Sit down. How's things?
Oh, good. Have you spoken to Darren?
Yes, I have. Unfortunately, he is convinced that it was romantic and he therefore should be telling me. He seems quite agitated about it. So he's given me a few details to discuss with you.
Okay.
Apparently there was a candle on the table.
Is that it?
No, it's not just that. Please, Emma, let me finish. He says that there was a substantial amount of eye contact and that you, on a number of occasions, touched his arm. He goes on. Later in the evening, after you had left the club and you were in the taxi, you put your hand on his inner thigh, which caused him to become aroused. When you got out, you kissed him goodbye on the cheek. This then became mouth-to-mouth kissing. You put your tongue in his mouth and he did the same. Is this all true?
I'm not saying that it is true or it isn't true, but the point is, I don't think any of that would necessarily be romantic.
You don't?
No. According to your description, it is quite possible that all those actions could be perpetrated not to increase the love in the relationship.
No?
But simply to attract the other person to have sex.
I see. But then that would be a sexual relationship.
No, because none of what you described were technically sexual acts. Nothing in your description went that far.
I see. So you are saying that these acts were done merely for the purpose of achieving sex? That they were not done in any way out of love?
Well, they might have been. I wouldn't know. I am talking hypothetically.
I see. Well, thank you for your suggestions. I will put these to Darren. That all these acts that he had misconstrued as being to do with emotion or love, I will convey that you think that these acts might simply have been done to lure him into having sex. That in fact there was no love at any stage of the evening, no romance at all. I'll put your suggestions to him. They might help to clarify it for him. Thank you. And as before, I would be grateful if you didn't talk to Darren about this until it is resolved.
Yes. Okay.
You can go now.
Right.
Thank you for your time.
No problem.
Sit down.
Thank you.
Have you spoken to Darren?
No, you said not to.
Good, quite right. Well, I thought you would want to know the situation has been resolved. I put your explanation to Darren as to why those acts he described might be done. He listened very carefully and has thought it over, and now eventually agreed that nothing romantic or sexual was happening between you.
Oh, okay.
Just so that you know.
Yes.
All right?
So, can I talk to him now?
What? About this?
Yes.
Better not. Not professional. Bad practice.
Yes, but I
Is everything all right?
Yes.
Good.
So, we just carry on?
Unless there's anything else.
Why? No.
Good.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Emma, come in. Sit down. How are you?
Good, thank you. And you?
I'm very well. Now, Darren has come to me and told me that you and him are having both a romantic and a sexual relationship. Is this right?
Yes, it is. We are.
Right. Well, I wonder if you could outline the history and nature of the relationship for me.
Okay. We went out for dinner once, and I thought at that time I just wanted sex from him. However, he was then subsequently told that this was all I wanted, and consequently he backed away. But then a few nights ago after work we went to a pub.
The Wellington?
Yes.
Yes.
So, Darren's already told you all this?
He's told me his side of the story.
Okay. Well, we got very drunk and went back to mine, where we had sex. We've been seeing each other for a week.
A week?
Yes.
But have waited until now to inform us.
We decided together.
You decided together to only tell us now, after a week's work.
Yes.
Why?
Because we wanted to be certain of the definition of our relationship. We didn't want any confusion. We have been monitoring it carefully, and it's only now that we have been able to confidently define the relationship in the way outlined in the contract.
But you are now confident with the definition.
Yes, we both are.
You and Darren.
Yes, we came to an agreed definition last night. Did you not discuss all this with Darren?
Yes.
Then why are we going over it again?
It's important for us to have a truthful picture, to take all the views we can.
All right. Well, we are now both having a romantic and sexual relationship.
I see.
Yes. Is that all right then, now that I've told you?
How did you find the sex?
Sorry?
The sex. How would you describe it? Was it good?
I don't need to tell you that.
It is important to know what kind of relationship you are having. A loving relationship with little or no sex creates an entirely different office dynamic to having co-workers in a relationship who have an enjoyable and regular sex life. So it is important for us to know how it was.
But I don't have to tell you this.
No. If we don't have the facts, we'll go on estimates. Assumptions. Would you rather I made assumptions?
It was good.
Okay. Darren has said excellent. Can we compromise on, say, very good?
Okay.
Okay. I'll put that to Darren to confirm. And how many times have you had sex this week?
4.
All right. Darren has said 5.
Must be counting something else.
What?
Something else we did.
What?
I beat him off.
All right. Well, I don't think that counts. I'll put 4. Mention that to him as well. But you would say 4, not 5.
Okay.
Do you love him?
Not yet.
Good. He said no too.
Right.
And how long do you see this lasting?
What did he say?
I'd rather you gave me an honest answer. Help us to get a truthful picture.
I don't know. A year?
Right. He said a few weeks.
Oh.
Shall we split the difference and say 6 months?
All right.
Which would make it last until mid-October.
It might not last that long.
Just keep me informed.
Okay.
I'll tell Darren about October, all right? And last thing, are you thinking of having children?
No.
Please, Emma, please be honest. Have you ever thought in any way about having a child with him?
Yes, I have once.
Right. When?
When we went to a park at night and he was sat on a swing. I thought he would make a good father.
But when?
2 nights ago, about 1 a.m.
All right.
What did he say?
I'm sorry?
What did he answer to that question?
I can't tell you that.
You told me the others.
Yes, but it's different with that question. It's a matter of confidentiality.
Oh.
Good. So give me a minute. I'll have to add them up. Right. Yes. Now, I'll need to confirm this, but I think, judging on what you've told us and the scores produced by that information, Darren will be relocated to Richmond.
That's miles away.
It's only 13 miles away. Company policy.
I see.
Thank you for telling us, though, Emma, at this stage. It makes it a lot easier.
Well, I had to, didn't I?
Yes, you did, but thank you all the same.
It's all right. Are you going to tell him today?
Possibly. Well,
Yes.
I think that's everything.
Yes.
Thank you, Emma.
Thanks.
Emma, come in. Sit down. How are things with you?
Fine.
And Darren?
Fine.
Good. Now, I haven't seen you for a while. How's things in the office?
Fine.
Getting on with everyone?
Yes.
You've been with us for what? 8 months now. You'll have your yearly review coming up with a chance of promotion and a pay rise.
Yes.
Will you be applying for those?
Yes. Well, I need the money. I'm pregnant.
Yes. So I hear. Congratulations.
You knew?
Yes.
How? I only found out yesterday.
I think, yeah, you told Sarah after the meeting this morning.
And she told you?
She brought it up earlier today as she thought correctly that it would be relevant for our staff projections.
Isn't it up to me to tell you?
I assume you'll be wanting to take maternity leave at some point.
Yes.
Then you can see how that will affect our staff projections. Is something the matter?
No.
Good. Now, what I wanted to speak to you about is next week.
Next week?
Next week is 6 months. The 22nd of October. 6 months since you and Darren informed us of your relationship.
Oh, right.
And you told us that you both thought it would last 6 months.
Well,
I'm just checking that we're still online for this because we're very keen to bring Darren back here.
so you want us to split up?
As you said you were going to, on the 22nd of October.
Well, no. I mean, I'm pregnant.
Right.
It's his baby.
So you're not planning to end the relationship with Darren next week,
No.
as you told us you would.
Oh, we were guessing. Things have gone very well.
Right. The thing is, Emma, that your employment and position in this company is founded upon you being transparent in your dealings with us. You informed us that this relationship would last 6 months. Are you saying this wasn't right?
About 6 months, yes, but not...
Well, what is it now?
Sorry?
How long will it go on for now?
I don't know. I mean, I'm pregnant, so I hope forever.
Forever?
Yes.
Right. Okay. Yes. You see, this is a problem, Emma. You know, this really lands us in it. We have based the plans for the next year on Darren being back here at head office from October onwards. But if you and Darren are still having a romantic and sexual relationship, then, well, we have a problem.
Sorry.
Right. Okay. I'm sorry, Emma, but this is not acceptable to just go back on this. I think you and Darren need to decide how you want to handle it, because if things stay as they are, we're going to dismiss you both for professional misconduct and fraud. Which means you will have a blot on both of your records. No reference, And therefore, as I think you will agree, you will find it very difficult to find alternative employment the way things are these days. The way things are.
Oh,
Jobs like this just don't grow on trees.
no, I know.
Not these days.
No,
There are hundreds of applicants for every position, Emma.
I know.
So you should talk to Darren about what you want to do.
Yes.
But we don't want to lose him. Or you.
No. Can I go now?
Yes. Just come back when you've decided.
All right.
Emma, come in. Sit down. How are things?
It's all right. I spoke to Darren and we made a decision.
Good.
We've split up. We don't want to cause the company problems and we both want to stay.
It's what we agreed, wasn't it? I'm very impressed by your and Darren's commitment to standing by this.
Do you need to know what I said to him? What happened when I told him?
No.
We were having lunch in the canteen. He was eating lasagna and I was having the vegetable curry. I told him what you had said and he said that we would have to leave, that he couldn't bear the thought of not being with me. He held my hand and told me that no one could pull us apart. He said he would protect me and that we could live as a family, that we would make it work somehow. But I said that with a baby we can't afford to be out of work. We just can't, the way things are these days. And I said we had to split up so that we could have money, because without money you can't live any life, can you? He said he wouldn't agree, but I just kept on saying that it was for the baby, that we had to think about the baby first. Then he started to cry and I took my hand away and we sat for about 5 minutes not saying anything. Then he got up and walked away and I think that was the decision made. Maybe you didn't need to know any of that, but I wanted to tell you anyway.
I've got it that you sat together without saying anything for 10 minutes.
What?
You said 5.
It could have been 10, yes. How do you know?
The whole building is monitored for safety and fair practice at work.
You monitor everything.
Everything relevant, yes. Just as well. So it was 10 minutes.
Yes.
Good. Well, thank you for coming and telling me that. Is there anything else?
No. I just wanted to tell you,
Yes.
but you already knew.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Emma, come in. Sit down. How are you?
Okay.
And little Stephen, is it?
Yes. He's fine too.
It's good to have you back after, 7 months?
It's good to be back.
And everything went well? The birth? You don't have to tell me, I'm just making small talk.
It all went fine, thank you.
Good. And thank you for informing us about your pregnancy. It made life a lot easier for us. And you got your maternity leave?
Yes.
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 Full maternity leave.
Thank you.
And once again, I'm very sorry that the promotion didn't work out.
Okay, that's all right. Maybe next time.
Yes, maybe. How are you managing for money with a son? Just small talk.
It's not easy, but his father gives us money.
Good. Darren, isn't it?
Yes.
That's good. And he can afford it with all his hard work.
Darren sees Stephen every week.
But there's nothing happening that you feel you should tell me about.
No, we don't speak to each other at all, don't worry.
What about when he collects the... Stephen.
Well, yes, I see Darren then,
Right.
but we don't do anything. Just talk for a couple of minutes.
Are you sure?
Yes. Do you have children? Just small talk.
The thing is, Emma, the reason I've called you in is that the company has looked at your and Darren's situation and concluded that your relationship can still be characterised as partly sexual.
But it's not. We don't. We stopped for you. You told us...
Please, Emma.
You told us to remember...
Emma, let me finish. You see, the presence of a child produced through sex means that this will not change. Darren is the father of your son. As long as this son continues to live, it is the embodiment, in the purest sense, of a continuing, partly sexual relationship. Therefore...
As long as he continues to live?
What? Oh, no. Please.
What are you saying?
Please, Emma, no hysterics.
What do you want me to do? Kill him? Kill my son to finish the sexual relationship?
Please, Emma, don't be ridiculous. No. We must assume that your son will continue to live and to live with you, and that the sexual bond between yourself and Darren will similarly continue.
All right.
But we don't want to lose you, either of you.
Good.
You're very good at your jobs.
Yes.
So we're going to relocate Darren.
Again?
No. Is it? No. Oh. Oh yes, all right. Relocate him again. This will solve the problem, reduce the risk of any favouritism or inappropriate behaviour, unhelpful social contact in the workplace.
Where to?
I'm sorry?
Where are you going to relocate him to?
Oh. Kiev.
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 Where's Kiev?
The Ukraine.
Where's the Ukraine?
Near Russia.
Russia?
Russia, it's...
But I know where Russia is. For how long?
Indefinitely.
But he won't be able to see his son.
That is true. That will help as well.
You won't agree.
He already has. Short of dismissing you both, which we really don't want to do, this is the only option. Darren understood that.
Well, what about Stephen?
Who is Stephen?
My son. Darren's son.
Oh, yes.
He won't see his father as he grows up.
That's not the company's concern. That is a private matter.
No, it is the company's concern. Because without access to his son, Darren will get depressed and upset and he won't work as well. His productivity will decrease. And I'll have to deal with Stephen missing his father, and that will cause me more stress, and perhaps my work won't be so effective. So it is the company's concern.
Our research doesn't suggest any of that. We don't think it'll be a problem. But we keep these things monitored, as you know. If your sales figures started to decline after Darren is relocated,
then you might bring him back.
Then we can consider your suitability for the company. But I doubt if that's going to happen. Your sales figures are always excellent, aren't they? Much like Darren. It'd be a shame if anything were to affect them.
Is that all you want?
Yes. And we'd be grateful if, as before, you didn't discuss this with Darren. There's no need, and it will just complicate matters.
Can I go now?
Yes. Do come and see me if you have any problems. Emma, come in. Sit down.
Thank you.
How are you?
Better.
We're very sorry. We all are.
Yes. Thank you.
Did you receive the complimentary flowers?
Yes.
How was the funeral?
Small.
Just a few relatives?
I wish Darren could have been there.
Well, yes. But obviously that's impossible.
Why? Stephen's dead now, it doesn't matter.
Stephen?
My son.
Oh, yes. Stephen. That's right. Well, yes. This is actually it, Emma. You see, we are simply desperate to bring back Darren from Kiev.
Back here?
Yes.
Oh.
We think that the company would benefit from his experience.
Yes.
And you would appreciate him as a colleague again, wouldn't you?
Yes.
You two always worked well together.
Yes.
But we have a problem, which is this. We have to be seen to be consistent, and as long as your and Darren's son is alive, there exists a sexual bond between you which complicates and jeopardises the work environment.
Well, I told you. My son's dead now.
So you say. But the thing is, we only know this because you have told us, which isn't really good enough for our lawyers. We require proof.
I'll bring in the death certificate tomorrow.
Thank you, Emma. That's very kind, Emma. But I'm afraid legally, because we have to have consistent policy internationally, and some countries' certificates of death are less reliable than others, I'm sure you can imagine, I'm afraid legally that isn't enough. We really require the actual body.
The body?
Yes, so that our scientists can check it's the right child. Check that it is indeed deceased. Match its DNA against you and Darren.
You've got my DNA?
Oh, yes. All this is just a legal requirement, really.
I buried him. He's in the ground now.
Yes, I'm sorry. No one was available to deal with this at the weekend. Is there anything you can do to help us out?
You want me to dig him up?
I'm sure you wouldn't have to do it yourself.
I can't do that.
Because we really need Darren back, and we think you do too. To assist with sales, obviously.
Yes.
Do you want to make a few phone calls? See what you can do?
All right.
Let me know how you get on.
Thank you.
Emma, come in. Sit down. How are things? What's this? Oh,
You wanted to see it?
yes. Thank you, Emma. I'll pass this on. Now, as it turns out, I'm afraid Darren has decided to stay in Kiev.
What?
I know. He has decided he'd rather not relocate back here. He says he has nothing to come back for.
What?
Which we really don't agree with. It's a real pain.
But I've given you this. What you said you needed. Why don't you order him?
We're not the army, Emma. We don't give out orders.
Well, I can go out there then, now. Now you've got what you wanted, I can be relocated. I can move to Kiev.
Emma, we don't need you in Kiev. We need you here. We don't just relocate people for fun.
I don't have anything here now. Oh, my baby's dead. Do you know what that means? Do you care?
You have excellent prospects.
Do you care about me at all?
Care? Yes. We have a duty of care to every employee. I can give you the leaflet if you want to have a look.
I can't leave this company. As you said, I wouldn't get another job.
No.
So that will be the end. Do you care? I did it myself. I dug him up myself. I went straight there last night. I only had a little spade, but I dug all night and brought out the coffin. Took him out, brought him here. I did it all myself. That was important. But it's not my baby now. It's just meat. Isn't it? So do what you want with it. I don't want it back. Do you have children?
I don't see how this is relevant, Emma. I think that's it.
Do you bleed? Can I go now?
Yes. Are you all right, Emma? If you wanted to see the company psychiatrist...
I'm not mad. I'm actually not sure.
Not sure of what?
That you bleed. Thank you.
Emma, come in. Sit down. How are things? Is something the matter? Emma, come in. Sit down. How are things?
I'm going to leave.
I see. Why?
I hate you.
All right. Why?
I don't know who you are. You don't tell me anything about who you are.
I'm your manager.
What's your name? What's even your name?
Why do you want to know my name?
You know my name.
I'm your manager.
So why can't I know your name?
It's not relevant to know my name.
So what do I call you? What do I call you? Look, this is really important. What do I call you?
You don't need to call me anything, Emma.
I don't know anything about you. Do you have children?
Emma?
Bet you're not married.
Emma?
I bet you're really fucking lonely. You don't have sex, do you? You just work. But I bet when you go to bed at night, I bet you're lonely. Just tell me the truth. You're so lonely, aren't you?
Emma? Calm down.
Oh, I am calm.
No. Emma? Calm down. We're worried about you, Emma. For some reason, losing your baby seems to have affected your judgment.
Why do you care?
We have a duty of care to all our employees.
Are my sales figures down?
You tap the side of your computer when you work. You've been touching your hair more often than usual. Your breathing has become deeper.
Are my sales figures down though?
And now you say you want to leave altogether.
Yeah, but are my sales figures down?
It's out of character. Yes, your sales figures are down. So would you like to talk to the company psychiatrist?
No.
Emma, please.
What?
You seem agitated.
I just want to get out. That's all I want to do.
I see.
There's nothing wrong with me.
You have said you want to leave, but
There's nothing wrong with me.
there's no reason for you to leave, is there?
Except that I want to.
It doesn't make any sense.
But I want to.
Exactly. So you can see why I'm concerned. Maybe you should see someone.
Let me go.
We can't stop you leaving.
Right. Thank you. Thanks. Bye.
As soon as you're well, you can make a decision.
I am well.
You may think that.
I am well. I'm going.
I suggest that you see someone, then come back and we'll have another talk.
You can't stop me leaving.
No, I can't.
Thank you.
But if you leave employment without an agreed resignation, we will sue you for breach of contract.
You'll sue me?
Yes.
You?
The company.
You?
The company.
No. You? You're a person. You could just let me go if you wanted to.
This is policy.
No. You're making a decision.
I'm following the policy. You're not well.
Yes, I am.
That's what you think.
How do you know what I think?
We've been monitoring you very closely, Emma.
So you think you know me better than I do?
We can see what's wrong.
I know I'm fine.
You're not.
Do I have to see someone?
I think that's best.
And what will he do?
Help you.
How?
He'll help you to get over Darren and the baby. He'll help you not to worry. He'll help you to focus. He'll help you to be a success.
Like you.
Yes. Isn't that what you want?
No!
What else is there?
Mess. Play. Failure. Your breathing just got deeper.
All right then?
Yes.
All right to see someone? Emma?
Yes.
Good. 6:15 tomorrow after work?
All right.
Take this along. Is there anything else?
No.
Emma, come in. Sit down. How are things?
Fine.
Good, good. How are things at work?
Good, thank you.
Tell me.
My sales figures are back to normal after the meeting with the doctor. My concentration is far better now. I think it's all going very well, thanks.
We do have a duty of care to our employees. Everyone gets ill occasionally. It's very important that you stay healthy, that the environment you work in is safe, that you feel comfortable and secure, that you feel balanced, safe and in control. Do you feel comfortable in the office now?
Yes.
You feel safe?
Yes.
You get on with everyone?
Yes.
No problems? No arguments?
No.
Disagreements?
No.
So you are all friends?
Yes.
Good. Well, that all sounds fine. Would you like to take this opportunity to talk to me about anything else?
No, thank you.
Good. Well, that's all then. Thank you.
Thank you.